All right, goals for this evening. Honestly, there are 3 types of advanced level courses at the high school level, and we just want to tell you a little bit about each of those as your students are making their course selections for next year. Really, the why behind why we are doing this is basically just to keep you guys informed. One of the things that we have heard from parents, from some students, and in the community is we really want, or you guys really want, the rigor, we do too, of Robinson High School to increase. So through additional courses, through good communication, we are hoping that we are taking some necessary steps. All right, other than that, we will ask that you comment in the comment section with your student's name if you would like for them to be in the door prize drawing for this evening. We do have several gift cards to give out at the end of the evening, so just type their name in the comment section and we will go from there. Again, thank you for joining us. I'm Katie Dietzman, principal at the high school campus, and I'm here with Mrs. McNew, counselor of the high school campus, and you will also be hearing from Mrs. Horton, our AP, one of our AP teachers, and takes a good lead in that program. Thank you for joining us.
I'm so glad y'all could join us tonight. And as Mrs. Dietzman said, we have 3 different levels of advanced courses at the high school that we offer. And so Mrs. Horton and myself are hoping to address all of those tonight for you, kind of explain the differences and the expectations in each. The first level of courses we're going to talk about tonight are our honors courses at Robinson High School. So really the question we always get is, what is the difference between honors courses and regular courses? And so the main difference between those courses is the academic rigor. You can always expect that our honors courses are going to go in depth into the particular area or the subject that it entails. In addition to that, it may be a little bit faster paced. There may be a little bit more independent learning than you would see in a regular coursework with some self-discovery type things. And really and truly, it is going to help prepare you for the rigor of post-secondary education more so than a regular class. With honors classes, and I'm going to talk more about this a little bit later in the evening about weighted GPA or our ranking GPAs and how our advanced courses play into that. But all of our honors level courses are on a 4.5 scale. So potentially it could help your class ranking a little bit if you do very well in these honors classes, better than you would in a regular level class. It is important to know, and I'll touch base on this once again in just a few minutes, that the weighted GPA is only used for ranking purposes. So on your report cards, your transcripts, everything you see will reflect that college 4.0 GPA and will not reflect your ranking GPA throughout high school. So what classes do we offer at Robinson High School? On your screen, you should see a list of those classes. We are able to offer honors classes in English 1, English 2, Geometry, Algebra 2, Chemistry, Biology, Physics, and new for next year, we're really excited to expand our honors options, and we are going to be including an honors Spanish 1 and an honors Spanish 2 for those kiddos who really have a love of language and want to learn more and dive a little deeper into that Spanish language. We also offer some classes at the high school that are not necessarily labeled honors courses because there's not a regular section and an honors section to choose from. However, because these courses are considered to be advanced beyond the regular curriculum, they are weighted like an honors course. So the classes we have at the high school that are also weighted on a 4.5 scale with that honors level weight are pre-calculus, advanced quantitative reasoning, engineering math, anatomy and physiology, Spanish 3, and Spanish 4. And we are looking at some curricular changes a little bit in forensic science, and next year that will also carry an honors level weight in our science department next year. That forensic science class will. Now I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Horton, and she's going to talk to y'all about our advanced placement program and courses at the high school.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Horton. I teach AP World History, and I wanted to talk with you a little bit tonight about what the advanced placement program is. Advanced placement is a college level class that is taught at the high school. One of the things that you need to keep in mind is that the class is free, but there is a fee to take the exam. And for us here at Robinson High School, that is required. So if you are in the class, the expectation and policy of the district is that you are to sit for the exam also. So in just a few minutes, we're going to be talking about dual credit. And hopefully Miss Magnu and I can help you understand the differences between advanced placement and dual credit. So right now I'm just talking about advanced placement. So advanced placement is a nationally recognized, actually internationally recognized collegiate program. It has very set standards. It is taught by qualified faculty. We all go through a series of many hours of training to be prepared to teach your child to the rigor that advanced placement requires. And also so that you know that your child is being taught to these national and international standards. We are audited, and the curriculum that we are teaching are audited by the AP or College Board. So again, we're going to keep coming back to probably two words over and over, rigor and college level. So for my students in AP World History, they need to be prepared to tackle curriculum that is college level as a sophomore in high school. And some of you may be going, maybe my student isn't ready for that. So that's a choice that you can make is my student ready for the rigor of a college level class and college level materials as a 15, 16-year-old? Because the books that we have are written on a college level and are used at different colleges around the United States. The cool thing about AP, every single AP course is created by a national board of professors to meet standards across the United States and the world. So your curriculum is created by those professors so that that AP can guarantee that they meet college standards. Like I said all the time, or just earlier, is that AP does audit each and every course and ensures that we have an accredited program. And one of the things that you can do, if you ever have any question about curriculum on AP, is you can get on College Board, and I'll give you that website in a little bit, and you can look at the curriculum every teacher should be following, so you can kind of follow along with the curriculum. It's all out there for you to look at. So one of the big differences between AP and dual credit that we'll talk about more is that AP, you do have to sit for an examination. The examination is about 3 hours in length. It is composed of multiple choice questions and free response questions. Those free response questions look different depending on what course that you are taking. For example, for my class, you're looking at what are called short answer questions that are quick one sentence answers to a document-based question, which is an essay, and a long essay question, which is another essay. So they all look different, but just to give you some idea of what those free response questions look like. Also, these are graded by college professors and AP teachers, so then you will get your results in July. They come out around July 4th. Happy 4th of July. So AP examinations are also graded on a scale from 1 to 5. And when we're looking at college credit, you want to have a 3 or higher. Every university has different standards on what they require to gain credit at their university, but generally speaking, a 3 will get you credit for college, a 3 or above, and a 1 or 2 is a little below. So what are the benefits that your student will get from the AP course? It is a college class. It is to prepare you and to offer challenging academic programs for the most motivated of students. We study our subject in depth. Also, you get a better GPA, and that Ms. McNew had talked about earlier. AP is a weighted course. You can, of course, earn the potential of college credit. Also, there are several awards that come with participation with College Board and AP. One of them is the AP Scholar Award that is recognized by colleges. And that requires students to take 3 or more AP classes and receive a score of 3 or better on it to be an AP scholar. So also potentially saving time. You're not going to have to take these courses in college. And of course, money, because at the high school level, all your investment is in a test. So that is the benefit of it. Okay, so what is the responsibility of your student? Again, I am talking about a college level rigorous class. Your student is going to have homework. My students, I know, have reading assignments every single night, and they have to be willing to complete longer and more complex nightly assignments. They have to be willing to judge judged by rigorous standards. One of the issues that is very difficult at first in the AP classroom is getting feedback that doesn't necessarily say, oh, you were wonderful, let's look at it in a different way. And they have to be willing to kind of go through that judgment to pull them up to that college standard. Summer assignments come with some of the AP classes. You have to engage in sophisticated concepts. Like I said earlier, we have essays that ask very deep questions, and our students have to basically create their very own argument to that question, and they have to be willing to sit down for the AP examination in May as required by the Robinson ISD. So what are the available courses at Robinson High School? We, of course, have AP World History. We advise that to be taken in 10th grade. We have AP Language that is advised at 11th grade, AP Literature at 12th grade, AP Biology at 12th grade, and then also AP Calculus at 12th grade. Like I said earlier, we do have College Board. If you have any questions about how AP works, go to this. You can get an unimaginable amount of information there. Also, please, if you have any questions, reach out to me or any of the other AP teachers. Also, your counselors are ready, willing, and able to answer all the questions about AP and will help you to make the decision what advanced placement class is best for you.
All right, our next category of advanced classes that students have the opportunity to participate in are dual credit classes. And dual credit classes are available at the high school for our 11th and 12th grade students. So really, what is a dual credit class? We hear that a lot. Sometimes you will hear that referred to as a dual enrollment class. So basically, a student applies and is accepted to MCC or TSTC, whichever they choose, and they're actually a college student and take an actual college class. And if they do well in that class, meaning they score 70% and pass, they earn both college credit and high school credit for those dual credit classes. So the dual credit opportunities we have at Robinson High School. We offer several on our campus every year for our juniors and seniors in an academic area. And you'll see a 1 asterisk next to MCC. And basically the courses that we offer through MCC for dual credit are those that are all on the transfer block, which MCC considers to be the safest classes to transfer to other institutions. The Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board has a standard core classes among public universities in the state of Texas, and all of the classes that we offer through MCC are a part of that core curriculum, so that our kiddos through MCC dual credit can work toward those cores through the university. We do have 3 areas where we offer several classes at TSTC. If a student is enrolled in an endorsement or a program of study that is in the area of architectural design and courses, the HVAC, the air conditioning, heating and air conditioning and sheet metal programs, or the design and multimedia art courses at TSTC, they can go out to the TSTC campus and take some of those courses their junior and senior year. So if your student is interested in participating in dual credit, what does that process look like? I will say we walk our kiddos through this process. The first part of this process is in the month of February, whether they're wanting to do AP that Ms. Horton made reference to or a dual credit course, they have to let us know. And we can talk them through that, choose the best option for them, but they have to indicate an interest in being in a dual credit course. Shortly after spring break, we compile all of our students who are interested in dual credit, and we give them the information that they're going to need to complete the registration process with MCC. There is an online portal that they will go through, and we will walk them through that. And then the second part of that is our students' parents are involved in that process, and they will receive an email from MCC to set up an account out there to consent for their students to be dual credit students, and understand that they will be responsible as a college student for paying tuition, books, and those sort of things. Students enrolled in dual credit must pass the TSI if it is required in the areas of reading and writing in order to be eligible for those dual credit classes. The one exception to that is if our students score a 4,000 or higher on their English 2 end of course exam, they are considered TSI compliant for dual credit purposes at MCC. The next thing they do when they register online, they're going to get a portal tracker where they can log in and see each step of the registration process, and they're going to be looking for all of those boxes to be checked off as things are done. And then, as I said, you do pay tuition for dual credit courses, and that is usually due the end of July, the beginning of August, when students have to pay tuition and purchase the books that they need in order to get started in that dual credit class in August. So now, the question is, Mrs. Horton made reference to advanced placement courses. I've been talking about dual credit courses. Both of these have the option to end up with college credit. And so the question that I get as a counselor most often is, well, which one do I need to do, AP or dual credit?
Yes.
And the answer really is it depends on the student. And I think Mrs. Horton would make reference because of that AP exam. If your student struggles as a test taker, as their counselor, I would not recommend an AP course to earn college credit. AP courses are always good for the rigor and the experience of it, but if you're relying on earning that college credit and you're a weak test taker, AP may not be the best option for you. So we've compiled this list. Ms. Horton and I are going to go back and forth, hopefully, and compare some of the pros and cons. So first of all, the description, just a reminder, a dual credit course is a course where students are actually college students. They enroll in a college class taught by a college professor, and as long as they score a 70 or higher in that class, they earn college credit and high school credit.
All right, so as a reminder, AP allows students to take college level courses and exams and to get college credit or placement while still in high school. So they are not considered both a college student and a high school student. They're just a high school student for AP.
And so she made reference to credit, and I think I made reference to it as well. But just to reiterate, those dual credit courses, as long as you make a 70 or higher, you earn both college credit in that course and high school credit. I will tell you those dual credit classes are 1 semester each. So if a student enrolls in dual credit U.S. history next year, the fall semester is history 1301. Spring semester is history 1302, which would be a combined possibility of 6 college hours for the year. And so just a reminder, you have to pass both of those with a 70 or higher in order to earn your college and high school credits.
One of the things that a lot of students struggle with AP is understanding how that when you're in my classroom, you receive a grade, and if it's a 70 or higher, you're receiving your high school credit. But in May, you're going to take an exam, and you may get college credit, you may not get college credit. But as long as you're doing well inside my classroom, then you are going to get the high school component of credit for AP. And so one of the things, yes, if you're a 70 or lower, yes, you are failing AP because you need a 70 for that high school credit. But there's no failure of the AP test. It's just you either earn credit or you don't earn credit, and neither of those cross each other. So if you make a 1 on the AP test, but you make a 75 in my world history class, you have credit for high school. So that's one of the issues that we've come across.
Another thing I'm going to touch base on AP because I've dealt with this with students on several occasions. Different universities have different score requirements. Mm-hmm. So if you go to Tarleton, you may earn credit for AP World History with a score of a 3, whereas if you go to a different university, maybe Baylor, they may want a 4 or a 5.
Yes, Baylor does want a 4.
Baylor does want a 4. Okay, so all universities have this information. If you go to their university website and AP test scores, they will have a chart in there to tell you at what score they will award what credits for.
Also, if you want to look at multiple universities, if you put into College Board AP College Credit Finder, there is a template that you can click the country, the state, all of that there, and it will come up. And so you could literally see A&M, Texas, Texas State, Baylor, all right there for you to look, and that does come through College Board. So you do kind of need to be aware of where you want to go so you know what kind of credit you receive on the college level.
These next 3 points, if you don't mind, Ms. Horton, I'm going to address them quickly because I think we've already talked about them. Okay.
I do have one that I want to say really quickly on the teacher instructor, if you don't mind.
Nope, not a point. Go, AP.
So here's the big AP push on my side. I am an AP teacher. I'm there at Robinson High School all the time. I do tutoring. I'm there for win time. I'm literally your child's biggest cheerleader, and all the AP teachers are there. I don't leave to go to a university. And so one of the biggest benefits I feel on the AP side is you have a 100% committed teacher to Robinson ISD and your student that you can get in contact with through all the regular high school means. I have Schoology, I have RISD email, and we are there for your student. And I've had several students who have said, who are taking dual credit, and they're like, oh, Ms. Horton, it's not like having you where the instructor goes away. And I'm like, yes, that's how dual credit works. And I'll be honest, I think that's because we have fantastic AP teachers at Robinson High School. I think if you were going to ask me, the biggest benefit of AP is that you have an always there teacher that is your kid's cheerleader at when they're melting down at lunch. Can I see that teacher and get the pep talk? We're there for them.
And the flip side of that, as a dual credit student, and I want to make sure that parents understand, even though your child may be 17 years old, some of them 16 years old, enrolled in a dual credit class, they are still considered college students by McLennan Community College and TSTC. And so there aren't necessarily parent conferences. Your child does have an option when they register to include you in their educational information and sign a FERPA release so someone can talk to you. But if that student does not sign that, MCC cannot talk to you about student records. A professor cannot talk to you about your student's performance in the class. And so we have a few workarounds that I can help parents work with on that, as far as logging into Brightspace with your child and those type of things. But we don't have those professors on campus daily, but there is email access to them. But they will talk to your student and not to you. A couple of other points that I think we've already made. Ms. Horton made reference that the AP program is accepted throughout the nation and is a nationwide program, whereas dual credit courses that are earned are typically easily transferable within the state of Texas to Texas public universities. Sometimes they're not as easily transferable if you are going out of state. So that's always something to check with the university that you're interested in. All classes at this time are offered on our campus at Robinson High School, with the exception of those TSTC courses that are out on that TSTC campus. Dual credit. There are some expectations for eligibility to be eligible for dual credit classes. You must currently be a junior or senior at Robinson High School. You must have your parents' approval in order to enroll in those classes. You must have a 3.0 GPA and that passing TSI English and writing score that I talked about, reading and writing.
On the AP side, AP believes in open access, so we do not have any requirements for accessing AP. So we believe in the diversity of all student learners, and so College Board, this has been a big movement for the last 5-10 years, is open access, which is reflected in the eligibility requirements of AP.
There is a cost associated with both programs. For MCC, those dual credit classes, you are a college student and you do pay tuition. There are some fees and things that are waived as a dual credit student, so it is a little bit cheaper to take a dual credit class than to take the same class out at MCC after graduation. It is a little bit cheaper. You do have to purchase textbooks, or sometimes there's a textbook fee for an online access to those textbooks that are included in your fees. But with that, MCC does recognize for those students who qualify through the school lunch program a tuition waiver. So if you qualify for free and reduced lunches through our school program, you would also qualify for the tuition waiver, which means you would only be responsible for textbooks and materials.
As far as AP, the only cost to you and your student is the exam fee, which also is part of the exam fee is waived for any students on free and reduced lunch. The books are provided. The training to the teachers is provided. So only the $94 for the test is the cost for an AP exam.
And the last thing with dual credits that I always want to make sure that students and parents understand is there can be some financial aid implications down the road. Financial aid is awarded based on satisfactory progress. And so if a student fails a class or drops a class and they don't have 67% satisfactory progress, it could possibly affect them receiving financial aid down the road. We do have a policy at Robinson High School that if a student maybe makes a 68 in a dual credit class and they don't earn that high school credit, we don't allow them to continue that next semester, because we don't want them to lower their GPA any more than what they have for financial implications in the future. Okay, so this is the main question everybody has. How do these advanced classes affect my GPA, my class rank, and all of those things? Well, for those of you who don't know, at Robinson High School, we calculate two different GPAs. We calculate a college 4.0 GPA. For every A, you get 4 points. For every B, you get 3 points, exactly like they do in college. That is the GPA that you use on your transcripts. That is the GPA, or the GPA you will see on your transcript, rather. That is the GPA that you will use for college and scholarship applications. All of those, the only GPA you will ever see is your college 4.0 GPA. We also calculate a weighted GPA, or some people refer to it as a ranking GPA. And that is where these honors courses can possibly help you. There's 3 levels or 3 different grading scales that we use for that weighted GPA. Our regular courses on our campus are on a 4.0 scale. Our honors courses that we talked about early on are on a 4.5 scale, and AP and dual credit, those college level courses, are on the same scale, which is a 5.0 scale. So to help put that in perspective, a 100 in a regular on-level class is the equivalent to a 95 in an honors level class, which is the equivalent to a 90 in an AP or a dual credit class. So those 3 grades would all have the same weight in that weighted GPA. So a good example of that is, let's say that a student makes an 86 in honors Spanish. So on their report card, on their transcript, they're going to see an 86. On their college 4.0 GPA, that's going to calculate as a B with three grade points for that grade. However, when we calculate that ranking GPA, that I will actually average in as a 91 instead of an 86, because our honors classes, there's about a 5-point bump, and those AP and dual credit classes that are on a 5.0 scale, there's about a 10-point bump on that. So always keep that in mind. And that's where kiddos get confused all the time. You will not see your ranking or weighted GPA, but that is how we calculate class rank and some honors, such as National Honor Society, Who's Who, and those type of things. That's all I have tonight. Please know, as always, if you have any questions about anything that we've talked about tonight, you are welcome to email me. I am starting scheduling at the junior high, and email is the easiest way to get to me. And so please don't hesitate to reach out and email with any questions that you have for Mrs. Moshik or myself. Do you want me to move?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, before I announce door prizes, because this is very exciting, we just want to thank y'all for being here. We're really excited about the opportunities we have for our students to offer these advanced classes, these opportunities for college credit, because it is really exciting for our students, exciting for us to grow these programs. So we appreciate you being here. And without further ado, we do have some door prizes to give away. We have a $10 Sonic gift card for JC Adkins. We have a $10 Wendy's gift card to Gavin Dysinger. We have $25 to Crackle Barrel for Noah Harrison. $25 to Chili's for Isabel Ramsey. And $25 to Logan's Roadhouse for Ella Hansen. So, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. We will get these gift cards to you tomorrow at school, and y'all have a great evening.